In this tutorial in particular, we are going to learn to try to port and adapt a shader from a famous website known as Shadertoy into Jitter, into MaxMSP in the Jitter environment. Well, here you have the basic environment and the image. It's not running yet, so I click on the toggle. Yes, so he is running. The basic the layout is very simple. You have a JIT world that it has a size of 2080 by 7020, and that's attached to a GitGL texture that it's attached to a GitGL slab. Here is where all the magic happens. Okay, so if we click on this object, okay, here you have the shader. We are going to start from scratch, fetching the shader, the original shader from Shadertoy, and then we are going to adapt this shader into a GitGL slab object, so we can have the final result as we have here. Okay, well, so let's go for it. Let's close this. Okay, well, here is a new patch that it's totally blank. First, we are going to create some objects. Okay, let's start with JIT world. Floating one, so it's always the window, it's always on top. Enable one and size 2080 by 6, 7, 10, 20. Okay, so it's our window here, new. Then we create a toggle. Let's connect the toggle, and then we create an object called GitGL texture. Well, first we are going to create the GitGL slab object. We are going to have a name for it. We are going to call it hash sphere GXS, and we are going to give in type float 32 to be able to handle floating numbers in 32. Okay, we are going to first we're going to save here this. We're going to save first. We're going to create a new folder. Let's go hash sphere. Pathtrace. Okay. Inside this folder, we are going to put the max file. Okay. So save. So we have the patch saved in our folder. Then we click on glsl object. Okay, well, here you have the shader, the default shader that comes with glsl. We are going to make some modifications on this shader. For that, we need to work in a code editor. I'm going to use Sublime, but first we are going to save here, save as, and here we are going to use the same name that we put inside the GGL object. See, hash underscore sphere underscore pt for path tracing gxs. Okay, let's save. So we close. So here basically we have the default shader. Here we have the header, the XML header for jitter, and then we have the vertex part of the shader here, and then here below, very simply, we have the fragment part of the shader. Okay, so we are going to first to prepare this default shader. We have to make some modifications in order to then fetch the example from Shadertoy. Okay, so we get rid of these two params. We're going to get rid of this param also in the bind. We are going to rename this. You could rename it or not, but we are going to rename it. Instead of position, we call it pos. Okay. Then this model view projector matrix, we're going to make it shorter. MVP. Yes. We are going to get rid of the text cord. No, we are not going to get rid of text cord. We're going to rename it. Yes, because it's the texture coordinates. Okay. Sorry guys. Okay. Here it is. In all the places. Here. We'll call it UV. Okay, and then we are going to remove the color param. Okay, and we are going to create a new param. That we are going to call viewport type vec2 state equals viewport. Okay. Let's bind that param. Okay. Here. Okay. Bind. Param. Viewport. program equals, and this goes in the fragment program. Yes, okay. And then here we are going to once we created a viewport, we are going to eliminate here this and this and this and this in the vertex shader. This we are going to change it, but for UV we are going to get rid of this, and then in the fragment program we are going to get rid of this uniform, these two uniforms, okay, and then we are going to indent those things because in order to be more simple. Okay, so here we basically have our shader almost complete in order to modify it. Okay, so let's create a uniform. Back to viewport. Like I said, we have our shader already ready to port the glsl shader from Shadertoy. We're going to look for the image. It's an image from the user Zavie. If you go here, you have all the shaders from this user. Okay, so copy all this and then replace it. This is the main function in the fragment program, so we are going to delete that and paste and do some modifications. Okay, so first, the first thing, we are going to name out color instead of frag color. Okay, so out color. Okay, and then we are going to delete all this and put this in main. Okay, and then we are going to clean things a bit because they are a little bit messy for my taste. Okay, for example, this, I don't like this. Also this. Okay. Then we are going to see. Okay, for example, here we have two hash functions. I don't like this form of, I prefer this way. To me it's more understandable, but it works either way, so I prefer like this. Okay, we have an struct material here. It's a little messy, but we are going to keep it like this. In the future we are going to make our own modifications when we do our shaders from scratch. Okay, we have here an struct called material that it treats diffuse color and specular color. We have a definition of pi that we can get here, and then we have another struct that we can call ray info, and this, in order to be more clear, we can call origin, and then direction. We are going to see later why these structures like ray info, origin, direction, the material of the objects, and the heat, the structure heat that also contains the materials in itself, it's so important. Then we have a constant, and then we have another structure, another two structures. That is a plane and a sphere, and then we have the function for the intersect plane and the surface hash, and then the intersect sphere function. Okay, so we're going to change some things accordingly with these changes that we are done here. For example, here in intersect plane, it's no longer called ray info. We call ray info ray to be more clear. Okay, we are passing this ray info ray. Okay, so here we have ray dir. Here we have ray origin, and I think that's that. Okay, here also as well we are changing to ray info ray. Here is the function that test the visibility of the sphere. So here we call it ray origin. Here direction, no, we're going to call dir. Sorry. Because it will give me an error later. Okay, ray dir. Okay, here as well, here as well, here as well, here as well. Ray dot origin, and here, 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 and here ray dir, ray dot dir. Okay, well, we have here another hash function, a boolean. Here we also replacing, but for ray info ray, we are going to continue here as well. Okay, I think I left an array here. We are going to define the param iTime. Okay, so we are going to establish a new param called iTime, type float because it's a float, and here we are going default, or we are going to give you a floating value of 0. Closing the param. Then we are going to bind the param here. You can copy and paste, but for the sake of this tutorial, I will do it from scratch. But you can copy and paste. Okay. iTime program FP, the fragment part of the shader. Okay. So here, for sake of clarity, we are in the vertex part of the shader. We are going to space that, so we have position, the position, the text coordinates. We have the JIT per vertex with the text coordinates, the JIT out with the matrix here with the model view projected matrix. Here we have another main of the vertex shader, and we are going to define here another uniform. Here, when you have version 330 core, it's where start, and here generally the fragment part of the shader. Okay, we are done that. Okay, and then we have two options here. I'm going to go to the standard one, which is to declare a frag core. Frag core is not being declared here, so we have to declare it. Back to frag core equals to JIT in.ub multiplied by viewport.xy. We also have to change eye resolution. Eye resolution now is viewport. Okay. And here we have to make something about this. We have to call this, because this is a struct that comes from outside. We have to call ray info ray, and here radiance ray. Okay, I think we are clear. Before save, I'm going to build the little structure I show you in the other patch, in the finished patch. Okay, so the GGL texture. The GGL texture, we are going to give the following attributes in adapt 0, and also type, just in case, type, float 32. Okay. The GGL texture, we connect it here. Okay. So we connect here. Then we create a JIT mode time that goes on with a prepend param iTime to control the param iTime we define from in the shader, and we connect it to the shader. Okay, and here we are going to, this is already activated. If you see, I can stop it, but I already activated, and we are going to save and see what we get. Okay, so I save. Okay, I have a lot of errors. Let's see. To debug these errors, a useful thing I do is to take, for example, here it says error 151. Well, I take let's use the calculator. Okay, I use 41, that is where the fragment part starts, and then 41 plus 192. Okay, we got 192. Here it's right. Also here it's right. What error we have? 41 plus 202, 243. Okay, I think here is also Ray. Yes, sorry guys, I'm getting nervous. Take little patience. Okay, 206. Let me see. Okay, 206. I might have a mistake before. Okay, let me save again and see. Okay, okay. Right. Okay. Wait, it's giving that error. It's because it's rain. Okay, so here it should be rain as well. Two. Let me see. 43. Right. here I think is right. Okay. Let me save again and see. Okay, so here is the error, because why it's blocking me down here, because I didn't change text code in the fragment for UV. Okay, sorry guys. I think, and also I declare the destruct here in the main function in order to call it here. Okay, save. Okay, here 21 66. Here I think is ray info. Okay, let's save. Okay, we got no errors. Let's see. Okay, but we have a problem here about the aspect ratio. The problem is that we are not declared the dimensions of the textures, so I think okay. Well, here we have our porting done. Like in the example, we hit save, and if we review the shader, it's everything okay. Okay guys, I will leave you the patch and the shader in the post of Patreon in order for you to download. I hope you enjoy the video, and see you next time with another tutorial. Bye.